Welcome to the Paradise League Heroes of Newerth Pro Tournament number 5 Grand Finals. I'm your host, Gucci Donut, here with Jonas, ready for game 1. Here comes the bands. Jonas, you want to take it away?
Yes, hello guys. Maybe some of you know me, maybe some of you don't. I play a lot of high team and I'm co-hosting with Gucci today, and I'm super glad to be here. And as we get into the bands here, we can see some pretty standard bands: the Bushwhack, the Plague, NG. We see Scrap here, which is a bit unusual. We usually don't see the Scrap band coming out, but we can see the Flux, also very common band here. Ophelia probably getting banned because of what you got. He plays a lot of Ophelia. And let's see what they're up to here. I don't know a lot about the American team, but I know we have our classic European team here with Sigma, Vulka, Piston, Mex, and Janko. Oh, and we see Magnus coming in. They're picking up Magnus on the American team. I think Magnus is a very safe bet to pick here. They have Kinesis open if they want to take it on the Hellborn side, but overall Magnus is pretty safe. You can play in Rome, you can play on the Suicide, and also duel up on long lane. Monarch coming in from the Hellborn side. That's also a very good pick, very safe. One of the best supports in the game right now, in the current support meta. We like a lot of healers. We like supports with stuns, with a lot of saves. Monarch comes in clutch with all of those. As we can see, they're hovering Demented Shaman on the Legion side too, which is also one of the really good healing supports now.
On the Legion side, we have What You Got, who is not only a senior GM, but has been a legendary caster and streamer for a very long time. Rosaru, Matt, Luisia's, who is also another senior GM, and Laura Panda.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Lucius, but I've never played him in the TMM before. I know Math plays a lot of EU himself. He's up there, one of the really good players. I like him individually as a player, but I've never seen him play in a pro team before, so this is very interesting for me. We can see here quick that they allowed Legion to pick up Soul Reaper. Really, really strong hero in the meta right now, maybe a bit overtuned. He farms really well, he's very unkillable, and he works in most of the team, especially now they have double save healing characters, which is probably something that the Legion side is going to have to deal with a character or maybe items such as Spell Sunder.
If I remember correctly, from what I've seen, What You Got and Mex are both excellent players when it comes to Ophelia, so I'm not surprised to see Ophelia banned right off the bat.
Yeah, for sure. Demented and Lord getting picked up. Lord being a very snowbally mid character often, gonna have to get a lot of stacks in the jungle, so I'm really curious that we're seeing the Shadow pick, Keeper of the Forest here, because if he will go jungle, the Lord will not be able to farm stacks, and he will not be able to snowball as you usually want him to do here. But we'll see what they figure out. Demented currently I think is one of the weakest supports right now in the healing meta.
How about Soul Reaper? Do you think the buffs that he has might be a little strong at the time?
I think he's really strong. I think he's very strong in the laning phase right now, and I think with the items you buy, you become very unkillable as a first or second core. But usually I don't think Soul Reaper is good enough to be as a second a solo carry like a Moon Queen or a hyper carry like that. But he works very well with 2 cores, I think.
And we're seeing 2 healers on the Hellborn side. Do you think that strategy is going to pay off long term?
Yeah, I mean, it's currently it's a tried and true concept. You want to have 2 supports. Usually we can see sometimes even people play Nymphora Pearl, also 2 healing supports. Artesia not so popular right now. You also see Prophet, you can see Prophet Pearl, you can see Prophet Monarch. It works super well. The kit is really good, and it works well into the meta. It seems people are really afraid of having these longer fights where the heals catch up. It's hard to trade with them. They're good in lane. We see something interesting. Mex holding Puppet, and I think Puppet is one of the worst characters in the meta right now. They completely butchered the character at all, which is his ultimate. You can barely one-shot someone with the ult level 1 now. It just doesn't have enough HP for a one-shot, and because when the HP of the puppet runs out, you no longer have any bonus damage to the target, so I hope they don't pick puppet there. Glad they're good coming up though. Also really good. They're really going for the teamfight comp here. It's gonna be really hard to kill them. They're gonna be super tanky. That's for sure gonna be a barrier getting picked up on one of them. They're gonna have enormous wisdom on the Soul Reaper most likely. And they might even go for an Astrolabe on the Monarch, which once again is just peeling into the healing meta. And we see Nymphora. I really thought Nymphora was gonna be a good pick here, but he went with a more aggressive support. Blacksmith probably gonna head on the long lane, so we can see Soul Reaper on the short farm Gladiator mid, and then I think it looks like they're gonna man up on long lane on the Hellborn side. And I still am not completely sure about the plan coming in from the Legion side. Give me one moment, guys.
So we can see that Puppet Master was not picked up. Instead, Mex ended up picking up the Blacksmith, adding on to the stun log here. Every single hero has a stun so far. Soul Reapers may just be his ulti, but still. I am seeing a lot of stun lock on the Hellborn side, which is something I really like to see.
Yeah, I want to pitch in there, Gotcha, as you said, with a lot of stuns. I think that has also been a lot of the meta. We can see a lot from the B-Pro games that they've been playing in recent months that they really like to pick up stuns on 4, even sometimes 5 characters. It's really easy to, you always have some kind of catch. It's hard when you don't have enough catch. I say that often. Sometimes pick, like, for example, now they only really have Magnus on the... They don't have a lot of catch, only Magnus and Riftwalker. In my opinion, I think you need at least 3 catch heroes. But they have a strong frontline here. Magnus Lord, but so does the Hellborn side. I really like the characters that Americans are picking this game, though. It's not a lot of characters we see often. Demented, Tarot. Lord is very competitive in TMM, but not as much in Pro Play.
Yeah, I'm very surprised to see the Lord Salforus picked up here in the grand finals, but I'm like you said, I think it's a really good pickup, and I'm happy to see it. He's going to be a good frontline, hopefully, and give space for Tarot to come in and knock them out. I think that Tarot, especially with a shield breaker, is incredibly strong, and with the Demented Shaman also reducing that armor, that Legion has a very strong combo if Rift can pull them together. You know, they will have to be together in a lot of these fights to make sure that these combos are working. And I think more than just 2. I think Legion's going to need 3 or 4 people hunting at a time in order to be successful. Versus with the stun lock that you're seeing on the Hellborn side, I think they're only going to need 2 to 3 people to gank, which might be a good advantage for Hellborn early. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards the Legion side having a little bit lacking in the damage department here. Really only Lord and Tarot is going to have a lot of damage. Riftwalker has good damage if she gets her full combo in, but that is if she does that. While on the Legion side or Hellborn side this game, personally I would feel much more comfortable with their picks. They have way more sustained damage. Torture, Soul Reaper, Glad, it's just a lot of damage all the time, and it bursts too if you want them to. And then you have the Blacksmith putting his E on every target all the time. It's going to be very difficult. If they start snowballing, this game is going to get lost really quick by the Legion side, especially since they have Tarot. He's going to have to survive the early game or even win super hard to get punched forward into this game. Mm-hmm. But I think they're going to play around mid here with the Lord Salforus a lot this game. Or maybe they will play passively and just have the Lord farm the woods from the mental stacking. We'll see what happens. Maybe you can take over now for a bit, Gucci.
Sure, yeah. What I'm looking at right now is I'm seeing what you got on Riftwalker with Math on Magnus going up against Gladiator in one lane. In the middle, we're going to have Lord Salforus being played by Lil Red Panda up against Janko, who's going to be on Soul Reaper. And then on the third lane, we're seeing Tarot being played by Lucius with Rosaru on Disham, up against Kaiser Sigma on Torture, with Volca on Blacksmith, and Mex on Monarch. And it looks like they're going for an early pick with looking for one out of position, trying to get a stun off.
We can
Looks
say
like
they
Legion. Going ahead and what you got? Going to go ahead and move bot here. Go ahead, Jonas, take it away.
I was gonna say we can see that they were a bit hesitant in the beginning, but they saw the Gladiator was solo top and did a quick rotation. I think that's a good thing because Gladiator is definitely gonna survive once it's level 5-6 into that lane, and Tarot definitely needs more peeling early than a Gladiator does. Back to you.
I'm looking mid now, and I'm taking a look at Janko kind of dominating the lane with his early heal, kind of getting the push off and doing a lot of harass on low red panda. He's trying to get him low early and just kind of dominate the creeps and make sure that Lord Telforce is not able to get very many last hits. Looks like all lanes are pretty even, and that we're just going to have to wait for someone to kind of be a little bit out of position and get caught with a stun here before we can catch some action. Based off of the early items, do you see anything off, or does everything look pretty normal for now?
I think it's pretty standard items from both teams here. Nothing too clear. We can see we have double mana battery on the bot lane. That's gonna pay off really good in these fights when they start fighting early on. I can also see... Oh, here we got a stun.
Yep, Rift doing a nice pull there, holding Blacksmith and Torture together. Demented trying to get some auto attacks off. Same with Taro. Blacksmith just one hit. Volca walking away with literally 9 HP. Gonna make it out okay.
Once again, mana battery saving.
Both teams doing a great job with harass here, staying in their lanes, trying to form last hits.
I'm a bit interested in how the top lane lineup is gonna look right now, because Gladiator is gonna harass this Magnus a lot with his E coming up, and it's not gonna be able to lane as good as he's doing right now against the Gladiator because of their whip ability. It's gonna take a lot of damage, bully him out of the lane. I wonder if they're gonna remove the Magnus and have him go mid, or if they're gonna put more people on the top to try to stop the Gladiator from farming potentially an early Mocker.
I mean, both teams incredibly even in gold and XP. Things moving pretty static. Both teams harassing well, getting last hits well, farming creeps well. Oh, yep. No one really able to land a good lockdown. Oh, here comes Monarch on the Taro. Lucia's looking like he's in trouble. Torture locking down with a second stun. Lucia's trying to get away. Blacksmith coming in, trying to chain the third stun. Taro walking away with 43 HP. Monarch in trouble now. Will give the first blood. Riftwalker falling in second there. Oh, Disham actually might have given that first blood there before. So, exchange 2 for 1 there on the Hellborn. Walking away there with the victory. What do you think about that fight, Joden?
That is not what you want to see on the Legion side. As I said earlier, you want this Taro to win this lane. And having your support style like that is just gonna make this early phasing even harder for the Tarot. And I was curious if they were gonna try to bully the Tarot out of the farm, because there was 2 waves lining up there. But they seemed to back off after Tarot popped a healing potion.
Yeah, so Kaiser Sigma walking away with a double tap there, taking away the Bloodlust as well, giving him a huge advantage.
We see both players on top now hit level 6. I am really curious if Gladiator is gonna stay in lane. No, he's doing the WTP back to get himself replenished into the lane. With this kind of 2 characters, you're gonna see an all-in from one of the sides, which is potentially gonna kill one of them.
Hold that thought. Blacksmith chaining down the stun on Taro, followed up by Monarch and Torture. Mex, Monarch is gonna walk away with the kill on that Taro. Lucia is really in trouble. They're getting locked down. You know, she was able to walk away the first time, but was not able to walk away this time. Her team kind of stood up for her the first time and took both deaths, and this time she was kind of in the front and her team behind and just got locked down.
Yeah, as we talked about in the picking phase, they have not really any on-hit stuns on the Legion side here on the bot lane, so if Tarot gets picked out, it's very difficult.
Now it's Riftwalker, hold that thought. Riftwalker getting locked down by the triple stun. This triple stun combo really doing well. And we're seeing Lord South Forest having to port bot to help out at this point. Sacrificing the experienced mid, coming in trying to get a kill on Blacksmith, but will get stunned by the Torture. Blacksmith trying to make it out alive, but will the ult kill him? No, he's going to be... I think he's going to be okay, maybe? No. Yep,
that
he's going to be okay. 5 HP. Walking away with 5 HP on Blacksmith. Excellent play. Nice try by South on the port, but just not there.
Yeah, good catch. And while we had the Lord South Forest TP bottom to try to do some damage control after those devs, we saw Soul Ripper go into the jungle and kill the stacks there. Get ahead of the build.
Still, even with the stacks, both teams still pretty even in gold per minute and experience per minute. Even though the score is 4-1, not too skilled in Hellborn's flavor quite yet. Still anyone's game.
We see Riftwalker walked over a ward, and we had Blacksmith TP up on top here, which they don't have vision on right now, so this could potentially be a kill coming up.
If Legion keeps getting caught out of position and keeps feeding these kills one by one, it's going to be very difficult for them to get any items in skill. However, if they can stay back a little bit and kind of get the items they need, maybe... Oh, here comes some action top. Legion coming in top with a gank on Gladiator, and Gladiator will get picked there by Magnus and Riftwalker. Nice port by Riftwalker to go and help Magnus take out the Gladiator. I don't think Pizdon was expecting that one. The score now 2-4. Still in favor of Hellborn, which is going to be VC game.
I think I heard you say
TRAX,
that
sorry.
He wasn't expecting the gank, but they did in fact have vision when Riftwalker walked on the water here up to the top lane, so he was definitely expecting something. I don't think he was expecting just that kind of damage to one-shot in. And a kill picked up here by both sides here in the jungle. Being very greedy to go into there against a Soul Ripper Gladi.
Looks like both mid players being exchanged there. Riftwalker in a little bit of trouble getting chased down by the Gladiator, and Blacksmith will get picked off. The score now 4-6 in favor of VC TRAX. Hellborn doing a good job applying the pressure, but Legion showing that they're not scared. Still fighting on the Hellborn side. Saying, hey, if you want to apply some pressure, we're going to try and do the same thing back.
Very even in gold after that, actually, and XPM. I'm a bit surprised after they had 3 people on bottom, but it's working well overall, but we can see that the Tarot is a bit behind in XP, but that's just gonna come naturally by them having 3 people bot all game.
So here Taro is trying to get some farm alone, but there are 3 Hellborn players waiting to hunt. So Lucius has to be really careful here. She's going to get picked out once again. And
no vision on the teleport coming up.
Lucius doing a great job staying back. Desham porting in to help. Hellborn just, really, really aggressive in the Legion jungle at the moment.
We can see Lord and Riftwalker taking the enemy stacks here, which is really good. Exactly what you want to do on Lord South Forest. Get your snowball, get those stacks. Get strong into the mid game.
Post-Haste Gaming is saying, hey, if you're going to take our jungle, we're going to take your jungle. They're really playing very adaptive into what Hellborn is doing and moving kind of counter-intuitively to try and say, okay, if that's your strategy, we're going to try and do the same
Double
thing.
tip is.
Yeah, we have those 3 Hellborn players. We're really trying to hunt behind the tower, but you can see one more Lord South Forest had to port mid to try and provide some support. All 3 Hellborn players instantly backed up. As soon as Lord South Forest starts going mid, here they go for the hunt again. Taro in trouble. Bottom tower about to fall. We have the Riftwalker porting and trying to help. Is it going to be enough? Desham trying to provide a heal, but now here comes the Soul Reaper. Janko coming in, trying to get the kill on Taro. And while Taro's trying to escape, Disham trying to provide a little bit of tank ability will fall first and try and give Taro a little bit of room. Taro still will not be able to escape. Will get picked off there by Mex. Oh, Janko, sorry. Will get picked off there by Janko. And that will make the score now 8-4 in favor of Hellborn. Hellborn now taking a good lead in experience and gold. Magnus trying to do a counter initiation up top on the Blacksmith, but Monarch with a beautiful save will keep the Blacksmith alive just fine. Lord Salforus now in trouble. Will get picked there with a taunt by Piston. Magnus getting locked down by the Monarch is going to try and do a stun. I'm going to unfortunately have to use the stun to lock out to get away.
It is looking very grim.
And Janko coming in. Sorry, Janko on Soul Reaper coming in, trying to do some damage on the Disham. Torture following up, catching the Disham. Blacksmith, another lockdown. This lockdown is insane. 5-man hunting is doing work here on the top lane. The score now 10-4. I love to see a 5-man hunt doing work. This is really good early action that you don't normally see, but at this level, it seems to be working quite well. I love to see it's only 11 minutes in the game, and all 5 players on Hellborn are hunting together and doing a great job doing so. They're moving around the map, while Lord Salforus is just kind of farming the middle, fighting S5 as well. So the score now 10-4 in favor of VC TRAX. Jonas, what do you think?
I think that the Legion side had what had to happen that did not, like what couldn't have happened to them. Everything went wrong this game for them. The Tarot, she got shut down so easily, and the Lord Salforus is not snowballing the way you want to have Lord right now. And as we can see, quick
Magnus
kill picked up
Rift.
on the Monarch.
Yeah, Monarch was trying to ward there, and then Magnus coming in with a beautiful stun with the Rift combo, able to take out the Monarch. And that is going to be Mex a little bit out of position there.
I want to finish up my thought there with saying that because they have such good catch heroes on the Hellborn side, it's really hard for the Legion to even play any lane right now with Tarot and Magnus. They can really get picked off easily, and I don't know right now how the Legion side is gonna come back from this and recover, because I feel like the Hellborn side is putting exact amount of pressure you want on this team, and they're doing very coordinated plays, which is working out for them.
Yeah, what I'm seeing, like with that early stun capability and that early catch capability, Hellborn's able to kind of call the shots, and you're seeing Magnus kind of getting hunted here, going on a stun on Torture. Torture baiting you, Magnus will follow up with the Gladiator and the Blacksmith, catching the Magnus out of position, and Math will fall there. Good bait by Sigma, and nice follow up there by Piston and Volca.
Magnus definitely being a bit greedy, staying on top there without any vision.
So Hellborn with that high catch and high stun capability, they're able to kind of call the shots, right? And like I was saying earlier, Legion is really playing counterintuitively. Whatever Hellborn is doing, they are trying to match it. What I think Legion needed to do to win this game, or to come back from this game, is to start calling the shots and not just playing counterintuitively. They need to start setting the tone and saying, hey, this is how we should play the game. But without that early catch capability, how are they going to do that, right?
Yeah, they need Magnus and Riftwalker to really play with the team and get on.
I agree. Their only shot here is landing some good 5-man combinations, and then having Taro and Lord Salforus really follow up. So they need to bait it out. They need their Lord Salforus here to kind of bait it out. And then Rift and Mag to land a combo. And so far, everybody's just kind of split. So we'll see if the individual farm will pay off in the end, because even though the score is 5-11, it's not terribly off in experience, you know? Even though there is quite a bit of a scale in gold on the Hellborn side, it's not terribly off in experience. So Legion is still kind of hanging on by it.
No, they're still in the game for now though, but it's not long before it's too late. What I would like to see is actually Gladiator picking up potentially barrier here, and they will go as a team and push all the tier 2 towers, because when they have that barrier, there's nothing stopping them from pushing the
Lord
towers.
Salforus is a bit overextended. That's going to be Low Row Panda getting caught by the Kaiser Sigma and the Monarch Max, doing a wonderful job chaining the stuns again. The score now 5-12 in favor of VC TRAX. Go ahead, continue, Jay.
I would like to see a barrier getting picked up and potentially push up all the tier 2 towers, potentially snowballing that lead from the Legion Hellborn side even further. And a good catch, you got on the Lords of Force on top here. Second time one of the Legion sides got caught on top with minimal vision. I don't know what they're doing so deep on the top side when they still have a tower there. It's very greedy, and I don't like to see those kind of plays, but I understand that the Legion side right now, they see that they have to do the risky plays to get out in the game. But that is not how you do it solo. If so, I think you would bring 4 or 3 people on the top to actually fight with the Lord, not having him play solo against so many stuns. No tablet or anything that can save him.
Both teams have done a fantastic job warding this game, trying to keep vision. Monarch having slight advantage, as you know, it's one of her skills. But, you know, it's taken a lot on the Legion side and more of their players to keep up with it.
Riftwalker getting caught here.
Yes, Riftwalker getting caught by a beautiful stun and ult by Gladiator, chaining the stun by Monarch Max. With the Blacksmith with double damage, doing a lot of work. Lord South Forest and Maximus coming in, doing a combo there. Gonna take out the Blacksmith. Monarch trying to escape here. Glad holding the Magnus. Magnus trying to hold still. Torture coming in to back up and take some huge damage. That's gonna be Sigma taking out another kill there by on Max with Math.
We missed that.
Now 15-6.
We missed that, but on the while the fight was happening on the Magnus and Riftwalker, Torture was actually solo killing the Tarot on the Congo pit. Completely one-shotted by that Torture combo. Absolutely nuked.
Sigma now level 12, doing a lot of damage while Taro only level 9, right? So it's going to be tough for Taro if in range to even stay alive, so... Magnus getting picked out of position. About to be respawning here. So now, I think Legion is in some huge trouble here. I'm seeing that Magnus has a PK, right? Do you think that that's going to be enough to get a good initiation off here?
I still think PK or without PK, they definitely need to play at 4 and they can do big combo with the Rift Magnus. So if they don't do that very shortly, they're not going to get any value out of that PK.
So Mex was actually warding in the Legion there, side there and was getting ulted by Lord South Forest when Mex hid and teleported out and made it out to safety with the help of a Monarch Chrysalis there. So that was a nice play on the Hellborn side. Mex again doing a great job warding.
Yeah, very good play from Mex there, honestly. Took advantage of the no stun on the enemy team. And realized
Janko in a little bit of trouble here. Magnus going in the stun on Soul Reaper. Soul Reaper trying to escape, but it's now 3 against Soul Reaper. And Taro, with the help of D-Sham, is going to take him out. Like, that armor is giving Taro a little bit of an advantage here. And those hits are starting to do a little bit of damage. You can see that there's another fight going on bottom here with Lord South Forest taking on the Torture, and we'll actually get the kill on the Torture, which is huge. Lord South Forest was level 13, now level 14. Torture now only level 13. South Forest actually doing a great job hanging on there when it comes to experience. For someone who's only 1 in 3, being level 14, doing a huge farm from mid. He's actually out-leveling Janko, who was against him in the mid at the moment. And even though the score is 8-16, he somehow is out-leveling everyone. So huge shout out to Lil Red Panda at the moment. You're kind of the only hope with the help of, you know, Taro and D-Sham combo to keep this game going.
2 very good pick actually. One from the top lane with the Magnus pick we talked about, getting some value out of that, and we can also say that they finally went 3 people top to catch someone off guard instead of getting catched off guard themselves. We hopefully can say that the Lord of Forest is gonna keep snowballing a bit here, seems like he's gonna pick up. He picked up a Mighty Blade. That could be into 2 things. I think that could be into a potential Dawnbringer, or it could be an early Shrunken, which would surprise me. But not impossible.
Once one team has a pretty good lead, they tend to play a little bit cockier and a little bit messier, and I think that's what's happening a little bit on the Hellborn side, and they're getting caught by the Legion in positions where they shouldn't be. I think they need to go back to hunting ASAP if they want to keep this lead. And here you can see they're doing it. Riftwalker a bit out of position, getting caught by the stuns by Gladiator and Blacksmith. They will take him out. Sigma trying to chain another stun on the Taro will miss. The Taro's going to be just fine. So the score now 8-17. Go ahead, Jonas.
This Riftwalker is 6 steps right now, and as a Riftwalker, you never want to be caught. You always want to be behind your team. You want to be able to do the counter stuns because they don't see your combo right. If you are behind your team, it's very easy to turn a fight.
Here comes Magnus trying to land an ult off, but will get stunned by the Gladiator, so the vision is there. They're able to see him, you know, charging up the ulti and keep him locked down before he can get it off. So that's not a great ult there by Matt, but awesome stun there by Piston to stop the ulti. And then Hellborn is applying pressure to this top tower here. What is Legion going to do in response? You can see Lord Salforus is still farming. Like, when are they going to fight back? At what point are they going to say, enough is enough, get away from our towers?
That is interesting. We can see, I really thought he was going to go for Frostwolf or Dawnbringer on this Lord Salforus, but it actually is Drunken Head. I don't know how that's going to turn the fight for them. They're still lacking a lot of damage, and we can see the Hellborn side has picked up the Mock a while ago, and also the Grimoire on the Torture, which is going to be also a Grimoire or a potential Dawnbringer on the Soul Reaper 2, being massively ahead in items compared to the Legion side here.
And VC TRAX is taking post-haste gaining combo on the Legion side. I think that post-haste is aware, but they are just going to keep farming.
Slain.
Huge pick on the Kongor for VC TRAX. Gold and experience completely landsliding towards the Hellborn side now. Legion really in trouble. Even though all they're doing is farming, it doesn't seem to be working at this time. We'll see if Lord Salforus will be able to use all this farm to pay off. He's still the highest level, technically, along with Glad. So now that they've taken the Legion Kong, it looks like VC TRAX is going to take their own Kong and try and get an even larger advantage before they just hopefully push one more time here and try and win a good team fight.
Kongor has been slain.
It's going to be really important for Legion to probably land a good combo here once Hellborn pushes up. Okay. So you can see the Veiled Rots coming out on the Hellborn side. They're going up for a gank on the Legion top side. Top trying to take the tower and get back. Top aware that they are getting hunted, are going to port away. Got 3 porting back, 4 porting back. The Veiled Rots, are they going to be able to catch? No catches. That is game sense. Even with the Veiled Rots, the Legion knew that they were about to get hunted. So you can tell that's an awesome play by Post Haste Gaming. Amazing game sense to whoever called it out. Whoever said, "Hey, get out! They're hunting us. They're about to hop on us." Whoever said that, great job on your team. So Legion, just successfully taking top tower, Jonas, and even though Hellborn got both Kongs there.
Yeah, that is still a good position for them. I think after the Legion side has been hunted as much as they have in this game, they've developed quite a sixth sense for these ganks.
Hold that thought. Taro caught out of position, will get caught by the showdown by Gladiator, chained with the stun. Gladiator with the double damage, and the Mock will not even really need much help there from the Blacksmith to take out the Taro. Lucius really struggling this game. Hellborn using this advantage to continue taking out the Riftwalker and the Magnus, and the D-Sham just constantly applying pressure mid with the score now 8-21, I think. Without Lord Salforus, their strongest player, they are not able to hold at all, right? So I'm not sure what Lord Salforus is doing. He's still farming creeps, not really involved in any of the team fights. Like most of the fights I've seen him in is really just like 1v1s or trying to hunt on his own, where they have not been successful. The enemy team is walking away with 5 HP, 10 HP. You know, So really should be more in the team fights and not just letting his team fight alone, I guess. I think that's a big mistake on the Lord Southwar's part. Hellborn now walking away with the Rax mid is going to take the melee Rax, which is going to be a huge advantage. I'm not sure what the Legion strategy is. They seem to be hanging on here in game 1. So there must be something that they're trying to do. You can see Riftwalker coming out with a Revealed Rot here. Maybe they're trying to get a catch back, not give up this game so easily. You can see Gladiator getting caught a little bit out of position against 3 here, maybe against 4 here, maybe. Oh, with the showdown, he's just going to get away this one. So,
Smart W there.
yeah. So no. South with the Veiled Rot, looking for a hunt. Mag gonna catch the Gladiator. South gonna ult him down. Rift coming in with the Q is not gonna catch him. There's just not enough damage there. The Gladiator is too strong at this point. Level 16. Oh, gonna do a counter catch on the Magnus. Magnus in trouble. Will fall there with a huge whip. Now Taro getting caught as well by the Torturer. With a nice catch. South, level 16, their biggest level, is also going to fall as well to the whole team, and that's going to be the GG's. Congrats to DC TRAX on game 1 victory. Jonas, thoughts on that game?
Flawless victory from VC TRAX. I liked how they played. I really liked